let me send out the links.
All I was going to say on the note of the Armada Starscream figure for Legacy is that they allow you to fake the wing gimmick, but because the wing itself is on a mushroom peg and well, a swivel, so you can fold it away or straight up take it out. Well,
here.
I call it a swivel. It's more like a hinge.
Ah, fair enough.
But yeah, you can legit just tuck away whichever wing you want to quote unquote be the sword, or just straight up take that wing out via undoing the mushroom peg. I wouldn't recommend doing that second one. Because like you don't know how much that mushroom peg's gonna take before it doesn't want to do its job anymore. But yeah, with the Star Saber in Hotshot's hand, now we have him and Starscream basically evenly matched with a sword and a big cannon.
Oh, dang. Okay, that's actually cool.
What?
Jungle Fury White or Geki Chopper, but as one of Dragon's sentries.
Oh?
Yeah, it's in Gen Chat in a Cast Ranger.
This I gotta see.
Yo! And of course, Drake being Drake.
How the actually, I just realized, how the fuck does that look like a Common Rider suit?
Because I want to be a dick and say
Because
because Drake's an ass, but in reality, he probably doesn't
dude's
know
trolling.
Sentai. No, in reality, he probably doesn't know Sentai.
Fair enough.
That is really cool. The holds is like, hey, that's unique.
Yeah.
Alright, the links are out. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cavern of Spooks.
7 days.
Quiet, you. I haven't even watched that
That's out
VHS
of my
tape
system.
yet.
I don't. I would
Okay.
recommend not watching it. I've died 6 times. That bitch is persistent.
I just imagine it make Pazuzu accidentally gives Bob that tape to show to the Cyclone Riders. In the second the real real world of the Riders see it, they instantly just book it out of the room.
Alright. Today we are playing Fatal Frame 4. But Bear, you're probably
7 days
asking,
later.
non-existent person, why aren't you playing Fatal Frame 1, 2, or 3 first? The answer, fuck you. No. The actual reason is that they are all on PS2. The only way I could play them is through emulation, and the emulation sucks. The ghosts don't appear.
So hardware limitations.
Yep.
Mm.
I would have to get like I would have to find a way to stream actual stuff from the PS2 to my system.
Because otherwise, if we could get the PS2 emulator to work, we'd have played Night of 100 Frights months ago.
Yep. Well, it's not that it doesn't work, it's just it doesn't work with Fatal Frame.
Because otherwise, like, Cavern of Spooks, a Scooby-Doo game would be just a kind of campy, spooky fun.
Alright, new game, easy, because I am a coward. I say that, but I say that, but I think I'm I want to say I'm actually pretty brave. And well, let me rephrase that. I walked the very thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Sad thing is, there's a Scooby-Doo quote I could use here that just feels way too fitting. Don't worry, there are worse things than being a coward. Yeah, like I've made a career out of it! Scooby-Doo, Monster of Mexico.
Fatal Frame. Basically my life, but with a camera.
And attractive Japanese women.
That too.
I was considering adding on to that joke, but anything I could think up would be needlessly cruel, so I'm just like gonna not.
Probably a good idea. So the need to know information. Ghosts are real. Psychics exist. There is a special camera that can take pictures of ghosts and seal them away. The man who made the camera, made several prototypes before ultimately vanishing.
You know who in Cast Ranger is doubling down on calling it a rider suit instead of a ranger suit?
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna not. Hey Bear.
It looks more like a fucking Gundam.
You know what? It actually does too. Oh god, you're both typing.
I forgot if they were called Sentinels or Sentries.
I think it's Sentry.
Basic controls. How to walk. I know how to walk. I know how to use my head. Thank you.
Hey Baron.
Yes?
I'm half tempted to say whenever you take a snap of a ghost. Enemy capture!
See, I was thinking more along the lines of Dead Rising.
I just figured I'd scream, I am the box ghost at least once during the stream.
Oh god.
So, yeah, what I had said. That's the thing with Ranger Sentries, though. They're more armored than your typical Ranger. Also, they're mass-produced.
Gundam.
That really doesn't help with the Gundam comparison.
I was never trying to disagree with that. At what point did I say it didn't look like a Gundam?
Fair. Oh, now you tell me how to run.
Yeah, no, let's teach you how to walk first. Instead of teaching you how to run.
Well, I mean, before you learn how to run, you gotta learn how to walk.
And before you learn how to walk, you gotta learn how to crawl.
Before that, you have to learn how to sit up straight.
And before that, you have to learn how to not immediately end your own existence by just failing at life.
And
I was just gonna say before that, you're born, but damn.
Oh, you know what would have been terrifying, actually? If the other person you were with, like, you stayed with her until the ghost showed up, but the second the ghost showed up, she turned around and jump scared you with a ghost face or something. I'm surprised none of the other horror games ever did something like that.
I'm sure there's gotta be at least one game out there that does that. Locked. So, basic story for this game. Several years ago, a ritual took place on this island. Only 5 girls had managed to survive. They had been found by a detective, and they were taken off the island, and then everyone died. Years later, 2 of these 5 girls have died. And the survivors have come back to the island where this all took place to try and get some answers, because they have almost no memories of what happened here. Ghost.
We're afraid no ghost.
That's not business for years.
I really do want to visit a haunted place one day, though.
You know what's funny? If the Ghostbusters just, like, moved location, they'd have a lot more business.
Oh?
Like, imagine a Ghostbusters in Japan.
Imagine a universe where Ghostbusters were busy enough that they actually had branches in other places.
Ghostbusters in Japan. Hey, I got this weird orange ghost. It looks like it's made of armor. Hey, weird. I got a different one that's blue. Has 2 horns.
Well, that's more impressive than the one I got.
Commodore Ghost, damn it.
Yeah. Well, that's better than the one. That's more impressive than the one I got.
Oh, what's yours?
I am the Box Ghost! You cannot contain me in a rectangular container!
How are you even in Japan?
How did he get to Japan, though?
The ghost of Danny Phantom can fly all over her in a matter of minutes, so...
No, I just thought... He just yells out, Express shipping!
Wait, how did he get to Japan? Express shipping!
Go back to your room. How about no?
Also, before I forget, I'm gonna do this.
I would do mine, but I feel like they'll just kickstart the whole Mega Purple and Space Orange again.
Nah, that was a one-off.
Well, at least Mega Purple then, because I can feel it. I want to do it.
I put the key to the museum on top
We
of my desk.
seriously need to fix that.
There are a lot of irreplaceable objects in that museum, so
My
just
only.
take care to keep the door locked at all times. Yeah,
We seriously need.
I know. Keep meaning to, but
Let's do that after the stream, just so we don't forget again.
if we even remember.
I could just close a stream with it like I used to.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll be honest though, if I do start ghost hunting or something, and I and I don't expect either of you two to be there, if I hear one box ghost joke, I will actually punch him.
Well, it's better than my Skulker impression. That was non-existent.
You see me hecking laughing, my gamer?
What is up? And I cannot stress this enough. My gamers.
Oh, right. I was playing another duel against my classmates. Well, it's similar to one I was talking about before, where it's 2v1. My classmate got out his Xyz monster, the Dark Rebellion Dragon, I think it's called. But my classmate who I was dueling with, not against, managed to take it out.
So, on the note of dueling, first off, I'm gonna let you finish, but I just want you to know I got a story to tell too.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, that wasn't seen in the graveyard for long, because I had a little card called Monster Reborn.
Sweet.
So, the instant that went to the graveyard, I immediately just went, yeah, no, that's on our side now, my guy. And then, when we finished the duel, because, of course, we would win, 2v1, we both called out the monster's name and said, attack directly at the same time.
Gotta love when that happens.
Anyway, proceed.
So, I did more of a Duel Cup challenge last night.
Oh,
Nice.
how'd it go?
I lost every match.
Shit.
Every single one was one of those painful, try-hard, sweat kind of decks. One of which used Taro's ninja deck better than he did.
Oh, now I'm calling. Now I'm gonna call them out. What was her name?
Don't remember.
So, I'm just gonna ask a question.
Give me a moment and I can check.
I'm gonna ask a question. Were these one of those players that like like the second it was their turn, they did like they would essentially use like half their deck before you even got a chance to take a turn?
Kind of. This guy managed to get... Okay, so Taro, you remember your ace monster for the ninja deck. This guy summoned 3 of them.
Okay.
In the same turn.
I call hacks because
I was bricking a lot, so he was able to build up his field.
Oh shit, what's wrong with your face?
Man, you just can't.
As irritating as that was, the duel after that was just pure pain.
Oh, she's right there at the door!
Bear, you can't ask someone what's wrong with their face. That's just not right.
What if they're dead?
Would you ask Takuru what's wrong with his face?
What did I
Takuru?
Yes.
You know what? Fair.
So the duel after that was against the Dark Magician user.
Mm-hmm.
I did manage to turn the tables on him for a little while, use the Monster Reborn to get his Dark Magician out of the graveyard and onto my side, depowering his Dark Magician Girl, and using Dark Magician to slay Dark Magician Girl, but I got stuck in that stupid Magic Haribo loop.
Oh, God.
The second I started a match, my opponent surrendered.
I've had days like that.
Like I think it was his turn.
Now,
this is at the very the screen loads, cards are drawn, and then he immediately surrenders.
Again, been there.
Professor Osso. So I'll let you finish in a second. I believe Professor Osso is the one and only Kunihiko Osso. If I am remembering my lore correctly, he is the one and only creator of the Camera Obscura.
Neat. So do you want to know how the Dark Magician duel ended?
Oh.
So, at the time, on my final turn, I had about 2,700 life points. No monsters, no back row. My field spell, Mausoleum of White, in its place, and I had drawn a single card, as you do, and it was the Flute of Summoning Dragon. I was not going to be able to defend myself. He proceeds to go into this long-winded combo that powers up his one monster to deal, and I want to reiterate, 2,700 life points I have left. He deals me 10,500 damage to end the duel.
All right. I'm hopping on Master Duel. Let's if I can find him.
His name was entirely in... I don't know if it was Chinese or Japanese. I couldn't tell. Sorry, people. But it was definitely not anything I could read.
Alright, Professor Osso's notes. Number 1. Those with spiritual potential can see shadows, forms invisible to the average person. The souls of the dead, vestiges of thought left behind in a place. My Camera Obscura was created to capture these clues to the spirit world. And I now have a chance to improve its capabilities even further. In the course of my research here, I've discovered that the materials used in mask making on Rogetsu Isle can improve the Camera Obscura's ability to capture those shadowy forms on film. I've also come to believe that the Camera Obscura holds a power greater than I had ever expected. This is the power of the camera obscura to affect these shadows when photographing them. It is something like the exorcism that those with spiritual potential refer to. It is my experiments on this island that have brought me to this bold conviction. I've decided to donate a camera obscura to the owner of the hotel. I did not explain why I was donating it, but I cannot help but feel that there will come a day when this island will need the power of the camera obscura. I only hope that I am wrong and that such a day will never come. Guess what? That day came. And went.
Hmm.
Is that thing shaking?
It's ready to be freed.
See, one thing that I had... The thing is, the camera obscura is... As cool as it is, there's a bunch of different types of them. He built a whole bunch of different variants of the camera obscura. What I had wished it was, it's the same camera that takes different forms and has different abilities depending on who picks it up. That would have been cooler.
I put the name of the person who used the ninja deck in the group chat, the voice chat general. At the very least, when he beat me, I was in a good enough mood to tell him GG. That good mood quickly died when I kept getting repeatedly blown apart and was forced to rebuild myself every match.
Camera obscura is a stuck camera with power to view and see away from the when a rake appears, you can seal it away and take photos of it. Press X to take out the camera while holding the camera from far from the phone. Talking on. Press L while aiming. Oh, there's a little indicator at the top that tells me what to do. Hello! Oh. Wow, you were really weak, if that's all it took.
I'll tell you if I somehow managed to find this man. If he hasn't logged off yet, I mean.
I want you to keep in mind, I met these guys at like 3 in the freaking morning.
Fair enough.
Eastern time.
That's fine. Oh, hi! Picking Archiefiend deck this man is using.
Forgot. Earlier in the year, I beat this game.
Yeah.
More than 5 months ago. Damn.
Oh yeah, another part of this, the duel I was talking about, the classmate who was my opponent managed to summon their blue eyes, but unfortunately, I had a monster that allowed me to tribute one of my own to send their blue eyes bye-bye. So
Getting flashbacks to last night all over again.
Sorry. So the second it came out, it was instantly gone.
Like, no worries, you had no way of knowing that's what happened.
Oh, this Pfizer. This Pfizer stole my ace monster for me.
Doesn't feel so good now, does it?
It's fine. Honestly, he fives up because my monster's fueling his defense points, not his attack points.
In one particular match, I ended up screwing myself over because... So this is Dark Magician guy, mind you. While he had a specific fusion monster out on the field, I couldn't target his spell or trap cards, basically his entire back row, with his artifacts of any kind. So I thought, okay, let's see if I can use Stamping Destruction after I summon a specific Blue Eyes that negates his monster's effect. Nope, I ended up just destroying my own Swords of Revealing Light.
Oh.
And it was after the swords were destroyed that the end game happened. I want you to keep in mind, not only did he deal the aforementioned damage, he destroyed my field spell. I must have blinked and missed it because he somehow managed to destroy my singular card in my hand. And then he attacked me.
I feel bad being my gamer.
Last night was a horrible, horrible night.
What a horrible night to have a curse.
Evidently. And yes, I get the reference.
Phase 1, The Summoning, Ruka Minazuki. So, this game has 3 playable characters. Ruka's the first one. Madoka in the prologue does not count. Because, spoilers, she's dead. I'll be right back. I need something to drink.
Spoilers, she's dead. I'll be right back. Anyway, to win this one, bye Yuki.
I'm just going to assume that because of the time of night I was playing, I kept bumping into Japanese players.
I mean, I literally just met one called Yuki no Ojo.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, really?
I don't think I fought them last night, but I do remember fighting someone with that name.
I wish I was able to get a better look at their cards.
For all we know, they changed decks, so...
True. Anyway, let's see. Who am I fighting? Well, it's not... Okay, so... Was the Dark Magician guy called Sin?
No, Japanese name.
Japanese name? Okay.
By which I mean the text was in Japanese. I couldn't read it.
Okay. I was just wondering because I just encountered someone with a Dark Magician play buddy.
Dark Magician and Blue Eyes are considered mascot characters for the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise as a whole, so I'm not surprised there's a bunch of those decks running around. Blue Eyes is easier to pull off.
True. Anyway, let's see how quickly I can get my ace monster out this time.
But yeah, the Ninja Dude got 3 of that ace out onto the field at the same time.
I actually feel terrified about this man if I do happen to come across him.
You should, because in my case, he got that far because I kept bricking.
Turns out I forgot to take my Lorazepam.
What?
Turns out I forgot to take my Lorazepam. That's why I was feeling kind of off.
Oh.
Good now, though.
Yeah.
Or rather, I will be.
Oh, face.
Anyway.
You know what? I should have realized that this man was running magic cylinders. Anyway. One last thing about the duel. So, the card that let me send my opponent's Blue Eyes bye-bye had another little fun thing to it.
Oh, this is just camera mode.
And another little thing to it, fun thing to it. Basically, if I were to tribute a fiend monster like I did, I get half of that monster's attack points, and add it to the monster that the effect came from. The monster, the fiend monster I had 26,000. 2600. Oh, go on. Go on, Bear.
No, I just this one of the lenses for the photo mode, it shows different ghosts from the games.
Oh.
Like I'm pretty sure that's the villain from the first one. The Rope Shrine Maiden.
Mentions of Shrine Maidens and Ghosts is throwing me back to Digimon Survive, and I'm not sure I like that.
Well, it wouldn't be a Japanese horror game without a failed ritual and Shrine Maidens.
True. Well, anyway, yeah. So my monster had a total of 3,600 attack.
Wow.
Ace monster's out, but my opponent has Swords of Revealing Light, so I can't do anything for a bit. Oh, this Pfizer. Well, I'm not letting him get away with this one, actually. What is it? Pendulum Summon time. No, not there. Wait, why did it send my monster pack to my extra deck? It wasn't.
A dull pain has laid heavy in my heart ever since I laid eyes on Rogetsu Isle, looming ahead of us. Why does the mere sight of the island make it so difficult for me to breathe when I don't remember anything about the time I spent there? Misaki could be right. There might be something here. When she suddenly told me she was going to Rogetsu Isle, I followed her out of concern. Misaki was so determined to come here, it was frightening. She still won't tell me what this is all about. The island is getting closer. Misaki is looking at it coldly, as though her gaze were the only thing pinning it to the horizon, the only thing keeping it from slipping away into the night. With Mari and Tomoe already gone, I couldn't bear to lose Misaki as well. Seriously, the way they have these characters dressed up is just like, go touch grass, dude. I mean, Madoka's not that bad, but Misaki and what's this character's name again? Ruka? Yeah. Like, clearly the character designers need to go touch grass. Well, pick up the fucking camera! Oh. There was once a great disaster on this island, which almost destroyed it and caused Rogetsu Isle to become feared as a place close to the underworld. However, it has recovered from that disaster and is no longer closed off to people from outside the Rogetsu Islands. As an outsider, I had anticipated resistance to my visitation. To my surprise, the chief welcomed me gladly to the island, seemingly in hope that I would help introduce its native culture, such as the Kagura Festival and traditional Rogetsu engravings and craftsmanship, to the outside world. I came to Rogetsu Isle to look for materials for my camera obscura because of the unique indigenous culture, the folklore of which is based upon the moon. In that folklore, the sun represents the outer form of things and the moon the inner. The moon therefore represents memory, personality, and the soul. Believing that the soul is still connected to the underworld after the body dies, they say that the moon is a symbol of that world, as well as a gateway into it. They have a Kagura festival where the souls of the dead return to this world, and the most important element of that festival is the masks worn by the participants. The mask worn by the maiden during the Kagura is the point of contact between the living world and the worlds of the dead, the underworld, represented by the moon. A mask connects to the underworld. There are many kinds of masks on this island, and I hope to greatly advance my paranormal research by investigating them all. Okay. Islanders found dead. Well, that bodes well. At approximately 4:30 p.m. yesterday, the captain of the Oboromaru docked at Rogetsu Isle. reported the deaths of multiple Rogetsu islanders. All the bodies were found with their hands covering their faces, leading the police to fear an outbreak of some kind of infectious disease. No survivors found. The police plan to continue the search for the islanders whose whereabouts have yet to be determined while recovering the bodies. Despite everyone on the island being either missing or dead, there were no signs of any conflict or foul play. Faced with nothing to go on but the sudden disappearance of the island's population, and without any evidence of natural disasters, police remain baffled by this bizarre incident. It's fucking ghosts!
Ghost disease.
Shut up already!
Don't make me get the furnace.
Ha! You cannot contain me in a cylindrical container!
Already
That's it.
Or
already did, boyo.
more than once.
Actually, no, wait, no. Oh, I know. But that white-haired, green-eyed kid behind you can.
He turns around, Danny just gives like his kind of friendly wave before immediately throwing a punch.
What the Well,
Oh, hi.
That's not scary at all.
Hi, want a cracker?
Hello, I'm here about your extended warranty.
What extended warranty?
Alright.
Your lives.
So the filament, the thing that's the thing that's at the top of the camera, it glows red in the presence of wraiths, ghosts that they try to kill you. Yellow if the ghosts are specters. Basically, random spirits that you can take photos of and get extra points for. And when other forces are present, like a hidden item or something, it turns blue. There's also an item filament that shows up when there's something around that we can use. Weird. There's nothing here. Oh, wait.
Well, time to take the Elemental Hero deck for a spin in the Duelist Cup event on Switch. See how that fares.
So blue spirit stones basically allow me to upgrade my camera. Also, the doll's curse has been lifted. So basically, this is one of the collectibles in the game. You can find these dolls and take photos of them, and it's added to your, like, I don't know, checklist or album or something.
What the what did you just... Oh, it's one of those decks.
What happened?
Kashtira.
Oh.
This one particular monster enables... Let's see. If you control a Kashtira monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Xyz monsters. During your main phase, if this was normal or special summon this turn, you can banish one Kashtira card from your deck, except another copy of this card, and banish the top 3 cards from your opponent's deck face down. And if you banish any, this card's level becomes 7. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. So I've already got his back row mostly filled out, his monster zone's mostly full, and a 3,000 defense Xyz monster just kind of sitting there. It's only the first turn, by the way. I haven't had a chance to move yet. Nope, that's our second Xyz with 3,000 attack. This is gonna hurt. Because apparently one of his many effects he could spring can be done during my freaking standby phase.
Oh.
That sucks.
There. I'm happy about something.
What?
I got curious, so I went looking. Apparently there is going to be a Ghostwire Tokyo 2.
Yes!
Using my field spell to bait out any form of response.
Oh my yes!
Apparently somewhere it got leaked, but quickly taken down. So...
Hello, who has joined us?
What?
It'd be a trolley.
Hello, trolley.
Arrgh.
The hell?
How y'all doing?
Hey, trolley, why did you just type a bunch of pluses in the announcements page?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
My bad.
So, not only is one of my monster zones now inaccessible, but he can pull monsters from my freaking banished pile to give the worst of the 2 Xyz monsters on his field more materials to use as effect on loop. Sorry for interrupting. Proceed.
Ghost child!
Oh my god.
Yeah, hi, trolley. I'm playing Fatal Frame today.
Nope.
Wow.
Instant no.
Rolling don't use very.
Trolley don't do spirits.
Last time I played a scary game, it was Outlast, and I never touched it again.
Funny enough, I was thinking of playing Outlast.
I would be honest, I don't like scary games myself, but I really want to go ghost hunting one day. Like, exploring and haunted.
No, see, this is that white people stuff. No.
Will you
My black
fucking
ass
stop
is
taking my
fade
banished
away.
cards?
Listen, Trolley, the only reason I want to is because I can actually see ghosts.
Meanwhile, I've just been haunted for my entire life.
No, I feel bad now.
He stole my sole defense mode monster and is continually taking my cards. I hate this person.
We disappear.
Totally, I'm sorry. Totally?
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm
No,
sorry.
No, no, you're good. You're good. I'm just having a little fun.
Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Great.
I'm icing down my breath.
I
It's a little
I
sore.
begin to get the feeling this is one of those I don't actually play to hurt you, I just want you to surrender kind of opponents.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely. But yeah, I can see. I can see ghosts. I'm not even kidding.
I vehemently despise this person for just the tactics he's using. He's basically taking cards from a banished zone to give to one of his Xyz monsters to use its effect, and when it uses the effect, it sends them back to my banished zone, and he's basically been going back and forth and back and forth, and each time this happens, one of my monster zones is rendered unusable.
So he do it 5 times and you can't even put down monsters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a huge dick.
Entirely Japanese name, too.
Oh God.
Ended with a question mark.
Oh God. You.
Dosa?
Honestly, just.
Dosa?
Give up. You're not winning this.
I do not surrender. The last time I encountered someone like this, I actually pissed them off by refusing to surrender.
Isn't there a timer clock? Isn't there a turn timer clock?
I believe there is, yes.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
How long though? 90 seconds?
300 seconds.
Shit. 5 minutes.
Also, my turns basically aren't even my turn anymore. He's got so much shit going on. He's banishing cards from my deck, taking my monsters. Like, I'm refusing to surrender out of principle. But even then, he's basically not letting me play the game.
I hate
I
like
hate when that happens.
He's a dick move.
At that point, I would just surrender it, honestly.
Again, refusing to do so on principle. Last time I encountered an opponent like this, I legit pissed him off because I wouldn't surrender.
Yeah, I know what you're doing, but I'm just saying what I do.
Oh, we got a lens.
And the thing is, it's not even a case of I want to show respect or anything. Quite the opposite. I don't want to give this bastard the satisfaction.
Somebody woke up and chose chaos.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I'm all for it. Mind you, I'm eating Chinese food and watching Goblin Slayer, so yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Taking a capture of the field before the turn inevitably ends. Just to get this into the graveyard instead of banished.
Now, see, if it was every time you banish a monster on your opponent's side, the top 3 cards from their deck goes to the graveyard. Something like that, yeah, I can see his dick.
That's exactly what he's been doing. Top 3 cards from my deck go into the banished pile. And with the Xyz monsters he's using, he could steal things from my banished pile to give them materials to do their effect. He's got an infinite loop of pulling shit out of my banished zone, only to use the effect and send it back there, only to pull it back out again.
What is this? Duel Links?
Master Duel.
Master Duel.
Ugh.
And he basically banished almost everything on my field.
If I encounter this man in Master Duel, I'm about to show him how it's supposed to be done.
He thought he was back at it at Krispy Kreme, but then I showed him it do go down.
So the monsters he's got include, and bear in mind, he's got a full field.
Also,
Kashtira Shangri-Ira.
Question.
Yes.
How well versed are y'all with the duelists that be actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the world or in the U.S.?
What?
Are you like talking about the anime?
No. It's all about actual
IRL
play.
duelists.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about shit.
I can safely say, not very.
I don't know shit about fuck.
So, if I may, I just want to rattle off the monsters he's got before I end up going.
What up?
So, Kashtira Shangri-Ira in defense mode, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, Kashtira Ogre, Kashtira Arise Heart, 2 copies of that, and Dark Arms, the Dragon of Annihilation. Oh, and by the way, all my monster zones are now effectively useless.
Oh,
I can only summon 1 monster now.
damn.
And that's if he even lets me draw a card.
Is Dark Hole still a thing?
Oh, hell yeah, it saved my ass more than once. The attack scores, as they're growing, are 2800, 2800, 3000, 2800, 3000. He only needed to hit me 3 times. What?
How come he just can't kill you and be done with it?
He just did.
Oh, thank God.
Crowley, would you like to
How's
see
that for
some...
my first duel? How's that for my first dual cup duel on the Switch?
Would I like to see what?
Would you like to see something that happened a couple of days ago in a Master Duel between me and another duelist?
Toxicity at its finest. Sure, why not?
Sent that in game... Okay. Sent that in general voice chat.
Okay.
As you've heard, I've been very, very easily pissed off today.
That mummy moved.
Burn it.
Hell?
See, what you're looking at is the 5 seconds before I won.
Blade Armor Ninja.
Okay.
Explain. I haven't played
Whoever
Yu-Gi-Oh in a minute. Oh,
whoever
wait,
Raoul
wow,
0511
he was
is.
at 2600, like, and you was just at a measly 550, and you pulled it around.
Yes.
Oh boy.
One of my duels last night had me at around 2700 life points with no defense and got hit with a monster that got buffed up to a point where I took 10,500 damage in a single attack. I didn't even think that was possible.
May. Hold on, wait. Bear, are you streaming?
Yes.
Ah, shit.
Why?
Nah, I'm gonna ask May a question.
Oh. you could type it in the voice chat if you're able.
Well, I sent them to a private message.
Okay.
I might not be able to get to it too quickly, but I will answer.
Okay. Depending on your answers, we may be best friends or not.
Oh, yeah. Charlie, guess what my brother got me for my birthday?
What?
Bunch of
A
Gundams.
PS5?
Huh?
Oh.
No, I don't have a PS5. No, he got me a bunch of Gundam stickers.
Stickers? Okay, that's pretty cool. For your car?
Oh. I don't think so. I think these are just regular ass stickers, but they're also big ass stickers.
Wow.
Some of them look like they. Some of them look like they were taking.
We are best friends now. We are best friends to the end. Okay.
Yay.
Aw, you made a new friend.
Friend acquired.
Insert a Xbox achievement noise.
Or a PlayStation trophy noise.
I think the Xbox was funny.
You became a friend with a troll. Yay.
Alright, let's see how this goes. I am scared because the guy I'm playing against right now, Raoul0511, has not even once summoned a monster. We're on turn 4.
Dead scared. Dead scared.
And he has 3 cards in his back row.
Oh, I've dealt with that plenty of times. He most likely...
he special summoned a monster from his hand.
Okay, never mind.
Check some dragon. I've used that thing.
Okay.
Like, I knew that strategy the moment I used it. Like, the moment I saw it used. Like, I've used that card. Hmm?
Who is that?
I recognize that face anywhere.
Eh?
It's been a fandom meme for ages. How could I not?
Right? As you see, I took great upkeep of it.
Mm-hmm.
That picture is at least maybe 3 weeks old. Do you have any in your collection?
I've got a couple plushies, but that's about it.
I got a couple too. Well-made plushies. That can stand on their own.
Cool. I've mostly been in the drawing side.
Okay, that's cool. That is very adorable.
That is my OC with an NPC for an upcoming D&D game.
Okay, cool beans.
I broke the zipper.
Oh my god.
My own OC with that of my special somebody.
Oh. Hey, your special somebody knows about this side of you?
Yeah, she knows.
You are already
I was effectively
winning.
I was effectively her introduction to this world.
Wow. And she loves it, don't she?
She's getting there, yeah.
Okay. Did you go through all the seasons yet?
Nope.
That's what me and my girlfriend are doing.
I would have if I could, but I don't have the means to do so right now.
What, you don't have a Netflix?
Nope.
Shit. What if I get you a 6-month card so you could do so?
Over here, my family doesn't really do streaming, so...
Oh, you poor soul.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to convince them all that it's worth it, and it's been basically... You know that old legend of rolling the boulder uphill only for it to fall back down?
Yeah.
Basically that.
At that point, you say fuck it and get like a bulldozer or something.
I wish I could put all of it on DVD for you. But that's a whole lot, even the movies.
So...
Even the specials.
Fun fact about this particular player.
Uh-huh.
They've been boosting their life points to ridiculous degrees, and they've only summoned 2 monsters so far in 9 turns.
And
both of which got destroyed. Their life points are currently at 9,800. Meanwhile, I've been summoning Elemental Hero after Elemental Hero, trying my best to do something, and I either get, oh, here's Wakaboo in your face, so now you can't do any battle damage, or here's this thing from my hand that I special summoned to avoid taking damage. I guarantee I'm gonna run into a Mirror Force at some point.
Uh-huh. It's too bad you don't have anti-Mirror Force.
Oh, I wish.
I actually had that car in real life, but I lost it somewhere with Exodia.
I do have the 5 cards for Exodia. They're reprints, but still.
No, not reprints. They're their original prints. There's that,
yeah, I figured that's what you meant.
And it was. What's the dark form of Exodia? When
Exodia Necros?
Yep, mm-hmm. Had him too.
Oh, goody. 3 copies of... Oh, Nikes. Okay, so 4 trap cards that do damage to me based on the amount of cards I have either on the field or in my hand, and I just got completely obliterated.
Ooh, how many cards do you have in your hand and on the field?
1 card in the hand, 4 monsters on the field. I lost 8,000 life points in 1 turn.
Damn.
This jerk was legit waiting for me to build up my forces enough to do that. No wonder he was so reluctant to do anything.
You got duped.
Yeah. Hard.
The mind games are strong with this one.
I think that's enough dueling for one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I will put it away.
How about some Digimon World Next Order? That feels less infuriating. So, do you want to see some of my other art or the series here. Like, I do have more art than just what I showed you. Do you want to see some of the rest of it?
Sure.
Keeping in mind, what I'm about to show you is all for the upcoming D&D game. I was tasked with drawing some of the NPCs.
You talking to a guy who saw the animation cupcakes?
Ah! Ah!
I had an immediate negative reaction, and I think my brain blacked out for a second.
We don't talk about that!
Ever.
What?
I'm not even in the fandom, and I know that they don't talk about it!
That is, like... This is the kind of creepypasta we make fun of because it's so awkward.
It is. Are you okay, Bear? I mean, you still streaming a scary game, so, I mean, I figured you wouldn't mind.
I mean... Now you got me remembering all the creepypasta fan fiction, like Cupcakes, Dipper Goes to Taco Bell.
Oh, God.
The closest one of those to giving me genuine fear was NES Godzilla.
Ooh. Oh, I'm conflicted on that one because like, on one hand, yeah, it's scary, but if you view it as just a story and not a creepypasta, it's actually a pretty good one.
Okay. Which one worse? The Dessert or Sonic EXE?
At this point, Sonic EXE just makes me cringe.
Uh-huh.
And not out of fear.
Like, the Sonic franchise itself has already adopted just laughing at itself and cringing as its primary form of humor. I can take nothing from Sonic seriously. With the exception of Crush 40's music, that's good.
Remember when BioWare tried to make a freaking Sonic RPG and that was a flop?
That happened? That was just a bullshit myth.
Wait! You didn't know... Yes, that actually happened! I played the game!
What? Play what?
Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood!
Oh, I played that. It was on the Game Boy Advance. It's good.
I thought it was a
I
DS
actually enjoyed
game.
the storyline. The attacks and everything was tricky, but once you learned it, you was good.
Depending on how you feel about how fanfiction as a whole, I get to add you to the growing audience on my stories channel here on Discord. Because I'm writing fanfics about anything and everything I happen to like,
just
and
like
at
the
least
movie Smile. I mean, the video Smile.
At least 3 of which fall into the very reason we have become friends.
See, I told you we'll be best buddies.
Yeah, I'll explain in more detail when the stream's over.
Alright.
Actually, who the hell am I kidding? people who watch the stream already know I happen to like MLP. So
yeah, you don't need to hide anything here. No shade.
Got it.
Like, if anyone makes fun of me for liking my little opponent, I will punch them in the throat.
Yeah, I'm surprised man didn't know
I got the thing and it came up.
I'm part of the fandom, but I'm iffy on that title because I'm aware of some of the negative context it has.
I am not that big fan. I'm a fan. I'm a good fan of the fandom. But believe it or not, I didn't start liking the fandom until like Generation 4.
I think that's the case for most people.
Right. Generation 4's Friendship is Magic, so yeah. I joined fairly late on. Twilight had already gotten her wings by the time I showed up. And I honestly didn't care either way. I honestly didn't care either way. I felt it was a natural progression of her character.
Yep. And it was good. Honestly, in her wings, felt kind of
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if it took a little longer for it to happen.
right.
But it does feel like something that was inevitably going to happen.
It was, but I think
Agreed. I'll at least agree there.
I can see it after
So
she went through a bunch of lessons in her life, and then finally came to what she meant to. But because she,
but again, it's also not out of character for the princess to just randomly rush these things. I mean, Season 9 is an entity that exists.
yeah. Okay. All right. I gotta ask, who's your favorite princess?
Same character as my favorite pony in general. I like Twilight Sparkle. I saw a lot of myself in this character, especially in the early seasons. Just not the first few episodes. Luna is definitely a good choice, and I have no issues with that.
My girlfriend also likes Luna.
Now, don't get
So
me
I have
wrong,
a question for you.
There's nothing wrong with Tia and her bananas. And there's nothing wrong with Cadence.
The issue with Cadence is that there's not really much going on.
Right. Her kid gets more play than she do.
Which is sad. Considering, you know, Flurry Heart was a very late addition to the show. It's why I loved the episode where her Discord showed up and basically ran Twilight and Cadence through the ringer. Because you get to see Twilight and Cadence interacting and actually get some personality for her.
Right.
So,
I do know there was a comic.
which eventually led to the realization that Cadence is secretly an adrenaline junkie who just wants to have something exciting happen on a more consistent basis.
I do remember there was a comic about how Shining Armor and Cadence first met.
Yeah,
The comics
actually,
are in a weird state of canon to the show, in that the show is canon to them, but with one notable exception, it's not the other way around. That single notable exception is the and I use this in heavy air quotes, season 10 run.
Oh god. By the by, I do have a comic.
I did have a question for you. Since you identify as a brony, you've showed familiarity here. Have you ever heard of Fallout Equestria?
Sounds very familiar, but it's been so long that
It's one of the more popular MLP fanfics.
I never got to get to that one.
I managed to get through it relatively recently, and it's a good story, albeit a bit intense at times.
Well, I mean, it's
the
Fallout.
very nature of it being Fallout kind of lends to that.
Right.
One of the stories I was writing is effectively my own take on a sequel.
Okay.
Which, funny enough, since we brought up Cadence, the Crystal Empire is a key plot point. So, short version of Fallout Equestria is that at some point after the ending of the show, from the perspective of only having finished season 1 as at the time the story was written,
right.
Equestria wound up in a war over resources and a misunderstanding with the Zebra country, henceforth Zebraca.
Right.
What started as a war over resources effectively became a holy war of extermination due to the way Zebra religion happens to view a Nightmare Moon. At some point, Celestia, out of grief for a very, very huge mistake, abdicated the throne and put Luna in charge. In the eyes of the Zebras, Nightmare Moon was back, ruling Equestria, and now the entire country and all of its people were tainted because she was leading. Therefore, the only course of action was mass exterminatus.
This is starting to sound more like frickin' Warhammer.
One thing leads to another, yet more mistakes are made, and the world ends in freaking balefire. Effective, like necromancy at the highest level. Just radioactive fire made from the decaying souls of the damned.
Yeah, this is some dark shit.
It gets worse. But I'm not going to go into all that. I'm just pointing out, like, the backstory required to understand what I'm doing here. Since Season 1 had only just finished at the time this story was written, we didn't really know about the Crystal Empire yet, so fans had been making, like, additions to the story, because the way it's written, the narrator is unreliable. So you can squeeze in whatever details you need to and make your own spin-offs.
Right.
Hence, I'm adding in the Crystal Empire, who had been working on one of the big issues that caused this problem in the first place, Equestria's energy crisis. The resources they were trading were gemstones from Equestria for coal from Zebraca. So, utilizing an altered version of the show's history, the Crystal Empire was trying to turn itself and the Crystal Heart effectively into one huge power generator to power the entirety of the country.
Impossible.
Using the way the crystals, like the way the energy weapons here work, is that they use the crystals as a form of batteries. Like, spark batteries are effectively just magically charged crystals.
Right.
The Crystal Empire is basically made of the stuff. Hence, they're trying to use the entire empire itself as one big generator. Unfortunately, the bombs fell one day, cutting the project short. Fast forward roughly 240-ish years, and we've hit long after the epilogue of the original story. The Guardians of Equestria megaspell has gone off. Equestria itself has been terraformed by a new set of elements of harmony. the equivalent of super mutants, alicorns, are now capable of breeding and have done so and are effectively living in peace with the remainder of pony kind. But with the lack of balefire radiation around, ghouls are having to look further and further away for that radiation to sustain themselves. As I've described it in Universe, the range of that Guardians of Equestria thing only went so far and covered the main continent. The Crystal Empire was just barely outside of its range. So there's still radioactive snow around, which is why normal ponies can't really go to explore it. You need ghouls and alicorns in order to do that. I reiterate that alicorns in this universe are effectively super mutants.
Right.
In this universe, an alicorn exposed to radiation grows bigger and stronger, effectively becoming the equivalent of a super mutant behemoth, albeit retaining their mind. Our main character is a second-generation alicorn whom has felt himself, he's found the call to action and he wants to explore and see if he can find anything in this place worth bringing back. And that's effectively the premise. Midnight Sky and a group of followers he will assemble along the way head into this radioactive wasteland that is the Crystal Empire in an attempt to locate the technology they were working on and bring it back if possible. They don't know that the entire city itself was supposed to be the project.
Oh boy.
After all, 2 centuries later, nobody really knows. And I got there to help me make a couple of these followers.
I was just about to say that.
So, first off, we have a former Steel Ranger, the equivalent of the Brotherhood of Steel, named Longshot, who had walked out of the Brotherhood basically because of a disagreement with its leadership. Traveling with him is a Changeling. The Changelings have been forced to evolve in order to survive, learning to feed off their own capacity to love instead of relying on other creatures' love just so they can live this long. So I've effectively taken the reformed Changelings into account and planted them here. So, the reformed Changeling in question, her real name is Ladybug, but she prefers the nickname Tackle. After all, what raider in their right mind would fear the name Ladybug?
Oh my god, look!
Yeah, so she calls herself Tackle. She's our explosives expert, but we lovingly call the grenade runner.
Her name is also a bit of a reference. Because, Trolley, you know I like Kamen Rider, right? So, there's a character in one of the 70s shows, Kamen Rider Stronger, who is called Electro Wave Human Tackle. She had the motif of a ladybug, but her name was Tackle. That is the reference I'm making with the change.
Wait. Seriously? I did the Ladybug thing on a whim. I didn't know that was part of this.
Oh my god!
I told you multiple times. Her costume was Ladybug themed.
It must have slipped my mind. I swear. And it's staying there. So, yeah. The thing with his Ladybug, aka Tackle, is that while she can sustain herself with her own capacity to love, her story, when expanded upon, is that she was effectively kicked out of her own hive because she was too chaotic for them. And now she's looking for a place where she feels like, wanted, welcome.
So, when people call her by her ladybug name, do she get ticked off and her eyes start to twinge? Like,
Not necessarily.
call me that.
Like, not necessarily.
Damn.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Because she hasn't really appeared in story yet, and I haven't had much time to feel out this character's personality beyond the backstory I've set up.
Okay.
Outside of being a
If you
chaotic
played
little,
Fallout,
grenade gremlin.
so
Almost
if you've
like-
played
almost
Fallout
sound
New
like a
Vegas,
tsundere, yandere.
so
Or
if
is
you've
that
played
a
Fallout New
tsundere?
Vegas,
No, I have not. But
there's
I
a
know
tribe there called the Boomers, whose whole shtick
Huh.
is heavy artillery and grenades and other explosives. They make things go boom. That is what I based Tackle's hive off of.
Okay.
She was too chaotic even for them because she ended up accidentally injuring their queen.
Oh shit, she's a Megamine.
Oh God!
What?
No, I got the reference.
She's a what?
Oh god. Megamine.
An
Do
anime
I
character.
want to know?
She's an anime character that makes things go boom.
Okay, whatever.
Oh my god. We gotta show you Konosuba.
Do we have
We
to?
really do. Yes, we do. Especially since season 3 is about to come out soon.
I reiterate, do we have to?
Yes, we do. I want to laugh my ass off.
I mean, maybe you do.
Hold on, I got this.
You telling me you don't think Konosuba's funny?
I mean, it can be, but it's also a lot to take in.
That is true, especially season 1.
Okay, here are my notes.
What up?
When you're done with that, make him on have a look in voice chat.
Alright. So, my notes for Ladybug here. Black-spotted, red changeling with blue-green eyes that hails from a former Wonderbolt's groundside base in the vicinity of New Pegasus, formerly Lost Pegasus.
Okay.
A quote here I added just to get a feel for the personality. Well, duh, of course I use my nickname out here. What raider would take the name Ladybug seriously?
Thank you.
A former member of the Boomers, a group of stable dwellers who left their underground shelter to start life anew above ground and possessing a proficiency with all things that go boom, Ladybug was cast out from her tribe for overly chaotic nature, causing accidental harm to her queen. Now she roams the wastes alongside a former Steel Ranger who initially greeted her with explosives of his own. In spite of the chaotic and violent persona she puts on, there's more to this changeling than meets the eye. In truth, she's very lonely and insecure. Being cast out from her own tribe, her hive, from her own family, it's left a deep emotional wound that might not heal properly. Nowadays, changelings are self-sustaining, using their own capacity to love to feed themselves and survive. In spite of this, Tackle craves love from other sources for more reasons than just one. It's not about eating something with a little goddamn flavor for once. It's a desire to feel wanted, to have a place and people that truly accept her as she is on the inside. This changeling, deep down, wants to be herself and be welcome for it. Well, she kinda sorta has half of that at least, with Longshot the mercenary. He accepts her for her talent with explosives at the very least. He's just not very open with his emotions, and Tackle has serious doubts that Longshot cares about her beyond the occasional fixes to his gear and her seemingly bottomless store of grenades. Hopefully something changes soon, or she's gonna actually lose it. As for Longshot, he's an Earth pony who is paradoxically too patient and not patient enough. Longshot was born into the Steel Rangers and trained from the moment he could hold a gun. His preference is for mid to long range combat, so his forte is in snipers, rockets, magical energy weapons. his biggest flaw, if you asked him, is his absolutely abhorrent luck. The guy could lose in rock, paper, scissors against his own reflection.
Damn, that is bad luck.
The positively weird things he's seen in his travels certainly haven't done any favors either. He's probably the only creature alive that knows aliens actually exist.
Yeah, that would suck.
He's met changelings, ghouls, mutants, robots, and Celestia knows whatever else. He left the Steel Rangers to strike it out on his own after a mission gone wrong led to a blow-up with his unit. Quote, "I've seen horrible things. Done worse. Whatever destiny the goddesses have planned for me, I know it won't be gentle, so why should I care?" Nowadays, Longshot makes his living as a gun for hire alongside what may as well be his pet monster, the Changeling. A pet monster that acts almost like a pseudo-daughter for how often she seeks praise on whatever job she does. Oh well, at least her magic and explosives are useful. Their most recent job has taken them to Stable 33. Weird thing is, that stable door is open, and there's hoofprints in the snow leading inside. Probably another scavenger. Ah well, they've killed worse creatures for less.
Let's see what time is it. Oh god, 6:13. Alright guys, listen, I'm gonna have to go and take a nap real quick so that way I am fully rested when I go bowling.
Alright.
You guys, I love you so much. Each and every one of you.
Oh yeah, Tara.
Rest well, man. Sorry for taking up so much of your stream for that, Bear.
That's okay.
Bear don't mind. We'll just throw him some snaps. Ain't that right, Bear?
Yeah, just send me a donation for just send me some snack money as a donation and we're good.
Oh, I was going to send you some turkey, but never mind.
What?
I was going to send you some of my meats.
Okay, no. Bye, Trolley.
No, I'm telling you, it's delicious.
Okay, Taro, what is this?
That is Megumin.
That is Megumin.
She can
Yeah, I
use
can
magic.
see why you came to that conclusion.
Yeah, and here's the thing. She only uses explosion magic. Only explosion magic.
Wow.
And the magic spell explosion does that. Yes, there is magic that she can use to be on a smaller scale, but she chooses not to use it, and she wants to be the world most renowned explosion magic user.
By the way, Trolley, I've sent you an invite to my little story shenanigans corner.
Done. I'm in.
I've got the beginning of each story pinned, so that should be easy enough to get to.
Awesome. And so I can go down the line.
Because some of these got pretty long already.
Yeah, I can see. Midnight Sky?
That's the name of my OC.
Okay. Friendship in disguise.
The Transformers crossover.
Oh my god. Okay, I definitely will have to. And there's a lot of it too. Awesome. Alright guys, I'm skipping. I'll catch y'all later.
Enjoy yourself, man. The sheer joy in his voice when he saw some of these story offerings I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have definitely made a friend today.
Just Don't let him talk about food and you're good.
What, Grandpa Max? So this is horrifying vibes?
More like, I don't know if he wants to eat the food or fuck the food.
What the fuck?
Noted! Oh, remember this from Super Robot Wars? Check memes when you get the chance.
The villain with future predicting ability. The Prodigy MC with, did I say 60 or 80? My eyes are getting
60.
tired. 60?
Yeah.
60
The
backup
villain with
plan.
future villain with
Hey.
future predicting ability. No one can stop me. The Prodigy MC with 60 backup plans. Hey, 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 hey! And yes, that's a Gios in the one eye.
Yep.
I saw that in my Facebook feed earlier this morning, and I'm like, yeah, that is something we're gonna have to show off at some point. Group at war over iron-blooded orphans. Me not giving a crap anymore. G Gundam is better anyway. So, last thing before I completely resume the spooks here. You've seen the other episodes of Build Metaverse, yeah, Taro?
The other two? Yeah.
Good. Then I'm just gonna say right here, the Star Burning Gundam is probably one of my favorite build designs ever. Like, I can see influence from a multitude of different mobile suits in this thing. Gundam Mark II, Shining Gundam, Rising Gundam, Strike Gundam, specifically the Build Strike, the freaking Jigen from Char's counterattack in the backpack. Like, I love the design of this machine. So much so that I use it as the base for one of my Shining Emerald Gundam variants. What about you? As far as, like, build strike, build burning, whatever variants.
I got nothing. I'm too tired.
Okay, then I'll just give you this one little fun fact here. Remember that Shin Kamiki Burning Gundam thing that showed up? Sekai Kamiki's Gundam, the one with the Master Gundam cloak.
Mm-hmm.
That machine is technically this one's final form.
Oh.
Or at least current final form. It's fun to see evolution like that, huh?
Yeah.
Eventually, when I get my hands on those kits, on the Build Metaverse kits, I'm going to need to grab like a second Shin Burning Gundam and grab myself a Star Burning Gundam and kit bash the two together. I'd love to see what I could do with that.
So I'm
Because like I
thinking
can
of...
see myself swapping.
Oh.
Proceed.
I was just gonna say, I'm thinking of doing a separate playthrough of Marvel Spider-Man 2 during my off time, just so I have something to do.
Fair enough.
There's multiple save files. You could absolutely do that.
Oh, fuck. As much as I harp on the character design, it's not necessarily as bad as the opening spot. They introduced the mechanics because you're dealing with a lot of radiant and rivers and stuff in that game. So the character flows and gets wet and sticks to their body. You don't see anything in a lot of different
I got nothing.
They can be nice, and then they can be their usual self. That's something. Right, speaking of ghosts. Actually should be around the time ghosts start popping up more and more.
It is the spooky season.
Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of weird now not to see them. I'm not gonna let that terrifying float into my head anymore.
Yeah, if you want to see my favorite Build Series mobile suit overall, you're gonna want to watch Gundam Build Fighters Try and pay attention to the flaming red mobile suits.
I'm being tag teamed by ghosts. That's not fair.
I thought it's spooky glitches. Before I turn this from horror to horror comedy.
Before I start laughing.
No, I was gonna say before I turn this to bring it on Ghost. I think I remember telling you about that one day. Yeah, you remember now, don't you?
Yep.
I think it's on Netflix, actually. Not sure.
Oh, on the note of Gundam Build whatevers, I should probably show this to you, but I think I finally figured out how to do the Easy 8's claws like you wanted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it took looking at a Strike Gundam to do it. It's in the voice chat general.
Interesting.
Yo. Okay then.
It has a gun for a tail.
Forget gun to arm. You got gun to tail.
But yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, that is effectively where the Easy 8 Grizzly is starting to pop into my head. Or whatever it is you chose to call it.
As Easy 8 Ursa, I think. But Grizzly
Easy
also
8
works.
Ursa.
Huh?
And I'm just making sure I have the right name.
Okay.
But yeah, go figure. You have the sniper mobile suit, the support machine, and Unga Bunga over here. So, fun fact, because the pilot of that burning red mobile suit is a martial artist by trade and was new to the whole game, he had effectively started translating the martial arts moves he knew into his Gunpla's fighting style, which became a problem when he had to learn to fight in space. So he spent a good majority of the episode trying to learn to fight underwater to translate that into fighting in a zero-G environment.
Interesting.
For whatever it is, it worked. The weird Plavsky particle stuff that all the machines are moved by, like that makes the Gunpla actually battle in the Build Fighters universe. He learns to manipulate so he had a platform underneath either foot at all times to effectively jump off of.
Interesting.
Enemy capture! Disappeared in my room one day. Let's just say the Alchemist. Yeah, Alchemist will be fighting it.
Oh no, not again.
Oh, wait. Papa! Papa!
Like I can just picture like just walking down the road to the nearby corner store just to pick up like a bottle of soda or something, and like, oh no, not again. It seems to get hit by the train.
Hoppo 1 Steamliner.
What was that?
This happens every Wednesday.
No, like, what was that?
Hoppa!
Bear, I think your mic peaked for a second.
Whoopsie.
But yeah, I can just picture gets hit by a train on way to the nearby corner store, and the only response is, "Not again." Again? This happens every Wednesday.
They keep trying to take me somewhere, I think. I managed to hop off before they can do so.
They never expect you to be willing to break every bone in your body to escape. So there was that one time that it had that grasshopper thing that tied me up. That was not fun. Good thing I had that pocket knife.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do a thing.
A pro gamer move?
Not quite.
No, he'd have to know what he was doing in order to do that.
Yeah.
What's the thing you'll be doing, Bear?
I will show you. You'll see in a second.
Timer says 2 hours 5 minutes.
Of course, it can never be easy, can it?
Nope.
Alright, so I found I have found fucking stop it ads. The Chemi cards from Commander Gotchard.
Oh, which phase is it?
No, I mean like online.
Oh, okay. No, never mind.
So you've got Hopper 1, which is part of the insect class. These first ones are all part of insect. Pika Hotaru, which is a lightning bug. Gen Shocho, which I think is a moth or a butterfly. Bakuan Zemi, which is a cicada, which seems to like be belting out noise. Ant Trooper. It's one solitary ant followed by a bunch of other ants. Like, you came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Great Tonbo, which is a dragonfly. Stag Vine, which is a stag beetle. Kaiser Bee, which is a bee. And Camantis, which is a mantis. There's a variant of the Camantis card where he gained weight. And then for the number 10 card is Beetle X.
Mm-hmm.
For the job class, we have Odoripa, which is a dancer. There is a variant of them losing weight. And then we have Dokiri Majin, which is a magician. Dr. Kozo, which is like a mad scientist. Pillets, which is a pirate. Wrestler G! And then there's a variant of him looking sad.
Wait.
Yeah, there's a variant of a sad-looking Wrestler G.
I don't think I've gotten to that yet.
Sasuke Maru, which is a ninja. Bullet Bang, which is a cowboy. Apare Bushido, samurai. For number 9, we have Caridos, which looks like a barbarian. And then for the number 10 card, we have X-Wizard. We have vehicle class. Number 1 is Spickle. It's a bicycle with spikes. Moving on. Skibos, which is a skateboard. And keep in mind, all of these, like Hopper 1 and Steamliner, are alive and have their own personalities.
So each and every card is a character.
Yep. When Skibos first showed up, it just transformed into a regular ass looking skateboard with its eyes taped onto it, and the kids were just performing tricks on him, and that's like he was happy. That's all he wanted. Number 3 is Hikesku. It's a fire truck. There's Gekio Chopper, which is it's an attack helicopter. Deep Mariner, which is a submarine. Mad Wheel, which is used by the Rider-like character Valvarad. Coincidentally, it also matches up with Pillets to create a form for Gotchard. And funny enough, Mad Wheel is held by Valvarad, aka Spanner, who hates Gotchard's guts, while Pillets is held by a girl named Rene, who is come around on Gotchard and may or may not be a love interest. I don't know. Next is Gold Dash, Gotchard's motorcycle, who literally just says Dash! Guts Shovel. Take a while to guess what that is. And, of course, the one that I know you like, Steamliner!
It's legit Gao Gaigar as a train. Just a train. How could I not?
And the final vehicle class card is Exceed Fighter. And then we have Animal. There is Yami Bat. Catchula. It's a spider. Mikani Kani, which is a crab. Buso Sorry, it's a scorpion. Bounty Bunny. Hawkstar. Supari Heibi, which is a snake. Number 8 is Gorilla Sensei. Number 9 is Gonvale, which is basically a whale with an entire continent on its back. And then the number 10 card is Lixian. It's like lion, but there's an X. Because all the 10 cards have an X in their name. Artifact, we have, for number 1, Rai Denji, which is a battery.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yo, X Fortress looks awesome.
May I ask why you're going through the chemis?
Because you guys were talking about chemis.
You know what? Fair enough. While we're waiting for Megamon to come back, want to see a couple more peekers I made?
Sure.
First one up. Let me go grab X. Because yes. And then, oop. I'll give you one guess who he's supposed to be.
Tell me.
You can't
Garo?
Not Garo. Something from Garo.
Ah, a horror.
Yep. And then, where is he? There he is. No text because I haven't thought of anything for him, but here.
I'm going to guess he's also a horror.
Well, half right.
Either that or a ghoul from Tokyo Ghoul.
No, you're half right with the horror thing.
Half human, half horror?
Yep.
Is that impossible?
With my story, yes. I also made a few horrors that, well, you already seen one. That's the sweetest, most kindest person you can ever meet. Bro, if we ever see a half human, half horror hybrid in a new Garo thing, I'm actually gonna start screaming. Like this whole time,
chances are it may happen because every time in Cast Ranger we come up with an idea for an OC writer or Sentai group. About a year or two later, hey, Sentai came out with this thing that looks and its motif is based off this thing, and we all collectively just go, shit.
I mean, a bit before Ghost started, a bit before Ghost started, I can't remember what I was saying, but it's something along the lines of, what time? Now I can't even remember at all now. Basically, yada yada, I think Fujitaka or something like that. I don't know.
Yada yada, fuck it, I don't know.
Yeah. Though I am actually thinking of a Garo D&D. I told Megalon this yesterday before you came into the chat.
Okay. Have I told you that Garo may show up in the Rider D&D?
Fighting what?
Okay, I neglected to tell you that. Alright. So, an idea I have, because, like, eventually you're gonna start going to other Toku-related worlds, right? One of them will be Garo.
I'm only asking this now, and I know you're probably gonna say no, but I'm gonna shoot it anyway. May one of my one of my good horrors appear in that world?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll take it.
I say this because it's Garo in King Arthur's time.
Hey.
In fact, King Arthur is Garo.
Oh. I see. Yeah, there's no good horror. I haven't made any good horrors in King Arthur's time, actually, so yeah, Phison. They're all in, like, 2023 or something. 20. In the 2020s, at least. Though I do have this one Garo C, who's not actually a Garo, he's a Zero, if that makes any sense.
It makes sense.
Yes. And he knows something, actually?
Yeah.
He calls himself Zero. But his real name is Lancelot.
It's funny that you mention that because Lancelot would be Zero in this case. So yeah. Now this is obviously this is before Garo, before Arthur becomes king.
Fair enough. Hold on, let me see if I can find my picture. The picture I made. I'm upset because the picture I used for this picture was taken down literally after I was done.
Why?
So I can never recreate it again.
I repeat my question.
Hmm?
Why?
I don't know why. I just couldn't find it, and then I see it was taken down for reasons unknown. Anyway, here it is. No, 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 no. Here he is.
Oh.
There he be.
So the idea I had is that because there's all sorts of different tales of King Arthur and different interpretations of the myths and legends.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, Mordred, the son of Arthur, he is Kiba.
Say that again?
Kiba.
Kiba. Oh.
He is from the future. with the help of some dark Makai priests, he was able to travel back to his home and destroy the kingdom of Lucifer. And Arthur would be supposed to tell his father, Garo, at the time, Gaia, fight and be slain by Kiba.
あなた誰なの？忘れたの？一緒にいるよ。
But much to Mordred's frustration, that only seemed to push things. Like, he thought that by doing this, destroying the kingdom of Uther early and leaving Arthur without a family, that the legend would not come to pass. But it did anyway. Because time be funny like that.
You calling it quits here?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits here.
Fair enough. But yeah, that last peak race is my 0. Oh, that actually made my day. Like, I just imagine Costco goes to like Garo or someone goes and drops their sword somewhere, but a fight is about to break out and Costco tries to get the sword to one of the Makai Knights, well, in this case Makai the King. It's just wait. Yeah, on second thought, Megamon or Felix, why don't you do it?
Fine.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, I just got back. What did I miss?
So, Garo, a King Arthur Garo universe may or may not be happening in Kamen Rider Odyssey.
Neat.
And apparently me and Bear share the same brain cells.
Because whereas Arthur is Garo, Lancelot is Zero.
And we both made a Lancelot who is Zero.
Also, well, let me end the stream first, and I'll tell you the rest. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92.
Mekumon.
And me, Tara.
thank you for joining us. Tomorrow we will be back with more Spoderman 2. And Thursday I will be playing Five Nights at Freddy's, because this coming Friday there will be no stream because I'm gonna go watch the movie.
Lucky.
I'm hoping it's gonna be good, man. I'm hoping it's gonna be good.
It ain't getting better. And if it is, no spoilers.
Matthew Lillard better be in that fucking bunny suit. I swear to God.
Matt Pat should be in the bunny suit. Let's be real.
No. If you want an actor that can do crazy and do crazy well, while also pretending to not be crazy, Matthew Lillard is probably your best choice.
I mean, the man's played Shaggy for years.
Yes. But I'm thinking more of his role as Stu Macher in Scream, because he acted like a relatively normal teenager until the twist. That, spoilers, by the way, for a movie from the 90s, that he and one other character were the ghost-faced killers. And then you see Matthew Lillard just chewing up the scenery and just being crazy. You hit me with the phone, dick! Oh, my parents are gonna be so pissed, Billy! Also, another personal favorite line. I feel a little woozy! Anyway. Yeah, so that's the schedule going forward for this week. No stream on Friday. But, you will get to see me play Five Nights at Freddy's, which I am absolutely dreading. So, until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Alright.